Stephen Burton here with Waterproof Solutions. No, I don't even drink beer. I'm 3 years sober. Okay, let's go back over here. What are we in today? We're in a house on built. It's cast in place concrete, which is poured. Poured in between two forms that sit on a footing. These homes of this age were not built with drain tile systems or sump systems. Some pumps sit inside of a basin with a lid, and the idea is that drain tile, like veins, come to it. The water is brought to it as it's collected under the floor. Hydrostatic water then brought up and discharged away from the house. Back in the day, as they started to upgrade the houses, they wouldn't always put in full systems. And Mandy and I can both attest that many houses didn't necessarily need them right away. Gutters eventually make it happen, landscaping, but at the end of the day, you have a concrete footing with a concrete wall that's poured on top of it, and then later they pour a floor. So, swimming pools are actually built better. And when the concrete gets a little rough, as we see here, we want to make sure that any of the water that sat at the bottom of the form sometimes can make it pretty tough at the bottom, and that's why you have that segregated concrete. So when this system was put in, what they actually did is they called them pressure gaps, and they just put a board in and broke the floor out, put rock in it because there's no pipes going to your pit, and then pulled these out. And that was so that if the wall sprung a leak, it would catch it. So we're in the left rear corner as you would face the house. To go through and do this work, this finished area here needs to come out in this tile work. So in the big scheme of things, this is the only area that was really in good shape. This closet needs to come out, and as we can see, and I don't know if this video is going to do well enough for us, but we've got plenty of issues with mold, and the system was put right in front of the paneling, which is not an ideal way to do it. So as we make our way over to the front right of the house, where the front porch would be here, garage and back room, we have another pit. This discharge runs all the way back inside of the rock area and then comes up in the front of the house and goes out. A sump pump has an 8-foot lift capacity, but after that it doesn't work so well, so that is more chances of it having problems than not. A new system being put into the house is done every day. That's what we do, along with other things. But as we come to the crawl space, it's dark, but the pictures will show that there's been water in there to several inches at some point. We have a rusted post and a beam and a couple of cracks. So beams and that can all be replaced, but a drain tile system needs to be put in there to collect that water so that we don't rust out the new one that goes in it. All of these things can be talked about. All of these things can be remedied. We just want to think about how we manage the water, where we're going to put it, your investment, your legacy with the house. Are you going to expect the money back that you would put into it later by adding these systems or not? Or would you keep it like this, watch it, and see what you might change or not change, and then when it comes time to deal with it, then show the tenure of what you've owned. So that's the best way to go about this. We'll go ahead and take some pictures outside to go with this, but hopefully this will be helpful to you. This is Stephen from Waterproof Solutions.